Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We're going to continue from where we left off. Last time it was a mess, an absolute mess, where the recording kept breaking over and over again. Hopefully everything's stable. Which one do we continue? They're both the same, so I don't think it really matters. I'm going to continue the first one. Yeah. No? Yeah. Let's continue this one. It doesn't really matter. They're both at the exact same place. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Oh, look, Phoenix, look. Look at what? Oh, look. This guy. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story. I'll do anything to get my verdict, Mr. White. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant to declare guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix? You know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. Well, you're just gonna skip right over that? Yeah, not gonna explain how you know him? Why you have, seem to have a history with him? What? But wait. Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. And of course you're going to be defending yourself. What else are you going to do? You are a lawyer. You can just do that. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court Room Number 1. And of course, anybody assigned to you is going to be like a terrible person. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? Because the judge is being paid by this guy or blackmailed or something. It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Let's just raise the objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fay? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. I'd like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Oh, good. Now he glows like that. Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear. Do my low... I don't even know what the hell that word is. Confused? Yeah, everything you're saying is confusing. Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or used to a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Or to use a more common term. Did you know the victim, Maya Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You're at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Ahem. Why tell you what I already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Well, in this case, you kind of are. Unfortunately, in this situation, literally everybody in this courtroom is paid off by the man that's here. So, I honestly don't know how you're gonna win this one. Like, no matter what you say, if the judge has been paid off or is being blackmailed, they're not gonna favor you at all. You somehow have to convince every single person here that it's the right move to take this man down right now. Ho ho ho. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Okay. Testimony begin. Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impact. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, I need to re-remember what I actually have. So, in present, what exactly do I have? Died from blunt force. The phone with the information on it, all the messages from before. Broken glass. The clock. The wiretap. The receipt. Victim dodged an attack and ran to the right, but then she was struck. May's testimony. Is this part of the testimony even necessary? I don't even know. But most of her testimony was thrown out anyways, so I don't know what to make of that. And the crime scene. Okay, I'll have to remember all this. So it was around 9, I believe. Reading some papers by the window. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. Okay. Okay. I kind of want to press on some of these. Press on this one. Spiky haired. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. Press on this one. What was I doing at the time? He had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV, and was weeping openly. Do you know she had been tapping the Faye office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with this case at hand. With the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Faye woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. Wait, but you gave chase, so neither of those actually gave anything, really. Terrible impact and it was all over. Okay. But 9, I believe. Let's press on everything, because I don't know where to go with this one. And you know what time it was. Because I'm always absolutely positively perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You're so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for, secretary again? Anyways, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. And that's what May said too. Let's press further. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer. Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course, he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull something like that off. Tell us, what were you doing at the time? I was quietly perusifying, or reading, the papers. By the window. Press on this one. By the window, you mean the one directly across from Fay & Co. law offices? Correct. That is the only window, you see. And you were there reading papers. Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Okay, so that's nothing. Let's press on this one too, Bedlam. Must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised I turned to look at the building across the way. But then I saw him, Spiky Man. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. You just said directly conflicts with May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40. Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is this judge on anyways? You know whose side. He's being blackmailed. And what did you do then? And it just continues like this. I called Miss May over. She was surprised too, of course. Alright, what was she doing at the time? This was already the exact same thing. Yeah, blah blah blah. Okay. You ran away and you gave chase. Maybe a little more detail about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course. Comprende? I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. There it is. I was wondering why I needed that one piece of the testimony that she had given. Of all the things she had said before, that's the only piece that was on that thing. So it's like, okay, he's gonna say something different. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely, abso-positely perfect. Yeah. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Present. This. Present. Objection. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly said that the victim ran to the right. Oh, ho, ho. It's simple. As you have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was there. And the victim here. The victim ran to the left, as you claim she did. She would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. He did witness the killing, so he did witness the killing. Yes, but from his perspective. His left. Not the building across the way's left. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Of course I can. They're both right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Huh, I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of A&Co, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. I'm sure the court where White was standing. Here, thank you. Take that! This is where he was. Look. The victim ran for the door. He was watching from this point. To him, it would appear as though she ran left. Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste. This is where the killer was standing. Thank you for pointing that out, Edgeworth. Order, I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this court will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. But now he's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. Okay. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That's what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her, and delivered the final blow. That's a contradiction to to both of the autopsy reports. That is what Miss May saw. You see? You hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. This judge needs to be thrown away. Will you be cross-examining the witness testimony? Yeah, of course. You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination part 2. Blah blah blah. Where is the next one? Hit her twice. Present. On this one might be the best one to present it. Autopsy report. There's an updated autopsy report, but a few minutes after being hit. Present. No objection. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? That's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we just want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White. Mr. White? Oh, okay. Take 3. Let's go again. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard... At the other window? When I heard that thing fall? What? Then the next moment I saw Miss Maya run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the floor, for the door. And then you did her with a single blow. Twap. Twap indeed. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor? My stomach, you see. It's hurting. Deal with it. Just deal with it. This is almost over. Okay, which is the one that I need to do a thing with? Well, you see, I looked at the other window. I think there's a problem with other window. There's only one window, is there not? What would I click for that? No, wait, go back. Hold it. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix. Does something about that strike you as odd? Yes, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yeah, yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. Witness will revise his testimony. Again. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Meyer run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single twap. Phoenix. He's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. It won't be easy. Okay, let me look at one of these things. How can I check that? Could you even see it from there? Like, I mean, you might be able to see some of the pieces, but you wouldn't be able to really see it, would you? Can I present this? Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor pans of the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you'd be able to see. Here. Well, note the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity? Mr. White? If you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is from inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. So, Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Maya. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. But what? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, What? I said, you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. Wiretap? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I don't know if Edgeworth is necessarily a good guy, but he is digging this man's grave. So if we could pin the wiretapping on him and take down his business and how he's been doing all of this stuff, and on top of that, prove the murder stuff too, I think we win. I really don't like the way he is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is where I saw that, cursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Like, you really don't care about your guilty verdict here. You don't care about the actual person who did the crime. Not at all. You're a terrible human being. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would, like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been in that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Testimony take 5. Or 6. I don't even know which one we're on at this point, but this is the wiretapping one now. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. I don't know how to deal with that one. So you saw the light stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound. Correct. That is right. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. You don't look too confident. I don't think I'm too confident in this one. In September, blah blah blah. What do we have to work with? I don't think we have anything to work with for this one. A week before the murder. Do we have literally anything? No, this conversation was like the day before the murder. Broken beyond all recognition. I don't even remember examining the light stand at all to determine when it had existed there. Like, if it didn't exist a week before the murder, then maybe you could use something like that, but... yeah, we don't have anything to present for this one. Let's just press on everything. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I had entered Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Press on this one. Why did you tap Maya's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts, so we have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. This one I saw the glass light stand. Why do you notice something so innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it. There's nothing here for me to press him on. Oh well. Maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Bluff what? End of September? Maybe this one? Is it really you that went to the offices, or Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Co. law offices. Those are obviously Mr. White's. If I knew Edwards, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay and Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright? Are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix? Phoenix, over here. What? I know that voice. Maya? Never give up, Phoenix. Maya? That passed out, I guess. Saw a ghost. Where am I? In the waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Nope, out again. Hey, Phoenix. There's no way to greet an old friend, yes. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. I can't do that. I'll pass out again. You're... Maya? Don't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough to shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I am also Mia. I'm a fusion of the two. I'm possessing my own sister. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. That's it. And you just can't give up. I don't know what happened with the trial, but you can't give up. But you don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court records, right? Oh, good. We never looked at the other side of the receipt, did we? Phoenix. White wrote that, not me. Okay. But even if he did, there's no way to prove that he did it. And you weren't the one to do it in your dying moments or whatever, right? So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. Ah, was it to buy a lamp, per se? The regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? A week before. Beginning of September, a week before the murder. He said he saw that stand a week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court records. I mean, the receipt was always there. Why didn't you ever check the other side of it? Why didn't anybody? September 9th, 1:16 p.m., District Courtroom number 1. Time to continue my cross-examination because I ain't done. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor. There's nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor? Please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. I really don't know whose side Edgeworth is actually on, but it would make some sense if he actually wants to take down this terrible, terrible human being that has everybody in a death grip. But I don't know. I don't know what he might have on him. I don't know if he has anything on him. But he is a terrible lawyer either way, so I don't know. You may begin your cross-examination. Okay, thank you. Okay, it was the beginning of September, a week before the murder. I've got to show him proof. Right. Either way. Do I show it on this one? I guess I could show it on this one. Or I entered... I saw the glass light stand. Let me present it here. Here might be a better place. Objection! Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? Hey, you're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Yeah, not a single person thought to look there, but might as well. Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of the receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White? When you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Okay. Well, Mr. White? Can't get out of this one, can you? No. It's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree, you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of... Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. There's more. What? No way he could worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, he's guilty. I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry. This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object, obviously. Mr. White's guilty, it's obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone's gonna call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. Oh, there's no telling what will happen. I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. And after Maya showed up to help me and all... Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Maya? Phoenix. Read this note out loud. Maya, when is this? Memo received from somebody who's no longer living. A list of people's name in her handwriting. Okay, Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. Let me just read this random... Okay, fine. We'll just go to the actual thing. Present. Take that! Whole court, take that! The memo Maya had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop. Desist. Halt. Please, stop. Make him stop. How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Maya with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Done. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned. This court. This one. But what about the terrible human being that needs to be shoved out a window? September 9th, 2:24 p.m., lobby number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya, and I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are so weak. I can't stay here that long. Wait, what? No. There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'll pop back in later. I'm sure we'll meet again. You know, as her powers grow, she'll just be able to channel me, and I'll just be here. Just hang out. I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight, say 9? 9 is a familiar time. The office? I'll see you later. Chief? Maya? Mia? Both of you? Did you just vanish into thin air? 9:02, fashionably late. Just 2 minutes off. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Maya. I was kind of worried you might not. Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Maya? You should see your face. Maya? What are you talking about? Or, that was Mia the whole time, but whatever. It was Maya talking, obviously. Oh, Maya. It looked like my sister? I don't know. Nobody was on the screen. I don't know who I was talking to. It looked like you were her. Might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, you go to the store and buy me a lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? Give me the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices. And who better but me? I'm Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Maya said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners. Well, why not? You know, when I think about it, it's Maya's fault I'm here. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and Cola offices. This is a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. And Mia. Both of you. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, haunting the place, watching. Right, okay. Nick, let's do this. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Oh, okay. Wait up. I still want to know what that list was about. What exactly was being read off. All the people he's been blackmailing? I don't know. Maybe? Brand new episode. Okay, this episode looks like something completely different than the previous thing, so... Obviously that guy confessed that he's in jail. And he'll probably be facing a whole bunch of other charges for blackmail and other stuff, but I kind of want to see that all happen too. Either way. We will leave this episode here. Next episode, we will do this next episode, whatever's happening in the background here. I don't know, a robot samurai versus another samurai. They're both robot samurai. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this one. But I have a feeling this one's going to be less personal than the other two. Like, literally, Trial 1 was best friend, and Trial 2 was boss, and boss's sister. So I'm guessing Trial 3 will take a whole step back, or a whole bunch of step backs, and none of this will be directly personal to any of the characters, so that'll be a different experience, I think. But either way, so far it's been very interesting, but it almost seems like we kind of defeated the big bad guy just now, where he had an iron grip on the entire country, on every single person he possibly could, from politicians to police officers to the judge to the lawyers to literally everybody. I kind of also want to see us take down Edgeworth, but I mean, like, almost in every trial, or in the previous 2 trials, I guess it was, where it was like April's trial and then the trial of Phoenix, I guess, where we took him down both times, technically. I kind of want to see him get, like, properly taken down. So maybe we'll be facing off against him again in this one. But I don't know. Because all he seems to care about is to get his guilty verdict, regardless of if the person is actually guilty. And he doesn't seem to have the capacity to be able to figure out who is or isn't guilty. He just wants to get a guilty verdict for anybody. And if the killer goes free, so be it. He's perfectly fine with that, it seems. So I don't even know what his motivation is in anything. Does he just want to win? I don't even know. But either way, we'll leave that for the next episode and we'll find out what actually happens. And if we do actually get to face off against him, or we get to see other lawyers that we get to face off against. But I will leave this here and see everybody in the next video. Leave a like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment.